Green Bay and Kansas City, two legendary franchises facing off for just the 14th time. It's a rematch of Super Bowl I, and it's only on EA Sports.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for KC. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Mahomes to throw once more. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 7 catches, 138 yards, and a touchdown.
And it leads the...
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs... So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelce.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Eluding the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Justin Jefferson. His 3rd touchdown now on the Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Kelsey. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Rashawn Gary. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number 1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
This is taken at the 18. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get... After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver Hill. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, and Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
It's a first half.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And, partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness...
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 43 yards. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now here's Mahomes. This is caught, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Pringle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver. Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot, they run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Touchdown! Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 91 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Flushed out right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 66 yards. And the KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Able to power through, and he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 43-yard line. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Oh, fighting off the defender. A 1st down and more for Edwards-Helaire. There he goes, left side.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And all the way down to the 5. Now we have Kelsey. Slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over at the The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away. And look at this. It's a fake. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll roll him out right. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He'll buy some time right. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for 1st downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. And Butker pulled it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And